By all means, if you want to count calories in your food, you can do that. However, I think it's not really realistic in life. You know, a lot of us live busy lives. And plus, just counting numbers on food, seeing your food as numbers all the time, I think can really get old really quick. What I recommend is, for example, 1 meal a week or 1 day worth full of meals. If you want to just count the calories, and you can go on calorieking.com and you know, you can have a look and see where your fat content is at, where your carbs are at, where your protein is at. But mainly you should be really focused on the fat content of your food and your carb intake. But going back to fat, I think you should be more concerned on where is your fat coming from. So is it bad fat or is it good fat? Are they good carbs or are they bad carbs? That should be your whole point, because food is more than just numbers. But like I said, if you would like to count calories, you can do that. For example, if you're a professional bodybuilder or you're some type of athlete and you have to eat a certain kind of way, then yes, calorie counting would be important. But for your average everyday person who's just trying to get in shape, I don't think you need to count calories. I think the most important thing is to see where your food is actually coming from. Okay, is the majority of your food coming from processed stuff? So yeah, absolutely calorie counting is not needed, but if that's what you have to do to accomplish your goals, then I would definitely say go for it. You know, I think the body is one of the most complex machine around. You know, it's so forgiving, you know, because for years and years and years you can go through life not taking care of yourself, and however, when you do make the effort to start taking care of yourself, you'll see results. Your body will start working better. It'll forgive you unless you've just totally destroyed it to where it just no longer can help you. But that's in your extreme rare cases. But believe it or not, your muscles have something called muscle memory, which if you used to work out or you used to be active and you took a long break, if you start working out again, your body will actually react faster and will rebuild those muscles much faster, because they will remember when you used to work out with them. So definitely, you know, any type of activity that you do on a consistent basis will give you results, and your body will react to them. So definitely your body is forgiving enough to where if you for years haven't been working out, haven't been eating right, but all of a sudden you started, because the body, that's what the body craves. The body wants to be worked. It wants to be worked out. It will definitely give you a lot of results. So to the answer to your question, yes. Okay, we've all seen the magazine articles, or we've read or heard, you know, the general portion size of what protein should be, what vegetables should be. Obviously, I want you to more think about how the food digests in your body. So think, okay, if I eat this much protein, how long will it take for this to actually digest in my body? Okay, obviously, one of your most fastest food groups that is going to digest fast enough is vegetables, because of the content of it. You know, a lot of it's mostly water anyway. So you're going to want a lot of vegetables, as much as you can eat, because I truly believe today we don't eat enough vegetables at all. Not nearly even 25% of what we should really be eating for vegetables, and vegetables is what has minerals and the vitamins that we need. Fruits, you can almost have as much fruits as you want, but you don't want to go overboard with it, because remember, it is a sugar. But the best thing about fruit is that it has fiber, so the fiber is going to digest in your body and it's going to help push everything out. Protein, like I said, you want to make sure you're lean protein most of the time, and if your goal is to lose weight, you're going to want to eat smaller portions than compared to somebody who wants to put on mass. So pretty much, if you're trying to put on mass, you're going to want to double your normal intake of protein, and if you're trying to lose weight, you're going to keep it to around 4 to 6 ounces. You know, you just pretty much, you just have to think for yourself when it comes to this. But obviously, just think about what foods will digest quicker in your body. Obviously, the foods that are going to digest and produce the most vitamins and minerals in your body, that's what you want to eat the most of. Hope that helped. Okay, I don't feel losing weight or whatever your goal is that complicated. Unfortunately, we live in a society and a world that dictates what you should eat, and unfortunately, they try to mislead you on the stuff that you choose to eat. You know, they'll say this is healthy when it's really not. Therefore, you as a consumer, you have to do your own research, and you have to trust yourself more than you trust anybody else when it comes to your foods. Obviously, you know, my major rules: always read the ingredients, drink lots of water, and be disciplined. I think discipline is one of the main things that goes with this, is that you can't, just because you may necessarily want something doesn't mean you should have it, nor is it good for you. And obviously, if discipline was easy, everybody would be doing it. Okay, so obviously, discipline would be the main thing I would say in regards to weight loss. It's just not eating everything that you necessarily may want to eat or what sounds good, because ultimately you have to think about, what is it doing to your body? Is it helping your body, or is it destructing your body? Even though it tastes good now, what is it ultimately doing? Because, you know, a lot of bad habits from whatever you may do, and I'm not just talking about eating, I'm talking about drinking, and I'm talking about smoking, all those type of things. Those things are very self-destructing, and ultimately what you do now will depict on how your later life would be. So for example, if you want to live your life in the hospital when you get older, in your 50s, 60s, 70s, then you can keep on eating bad and not working out, not taking care of yourself, or do the workouts now, eat right now, and you won't have to be dependent on hospitals later on in your life. And that's the reason why I work out, because I don't want anybody taking care of me. I want to be able to be mobile and be able to take care of myself. So like I said, ultimately the choice is yours. What you do now will ultimately affect what you do later on, what happens in your life. And ultimately that's just the way how life is. So just remember that it's not that complicated, but definitely discipline is, you need discipline more than you need motivation. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh my gosh, she's really saying that. Yeah, I'm not one to really believe in motivation a lot, because I'm motivated to do a lot of stuff, but ultimately I have to get up and I have to actually do it. So ultimately the discipline comes first on my list, because no matter how I'm feeling, if I know I got my workout done for the day, then I know I did my part in regards to taking care of myself. You know, I hesitated on answering this question because I didn't really know if the person was asking me because they thought that if they took out carbs out of their diet that they would necessarily lose weight faster. Listen, you need carbs and you need protein and you need fat. Okay, it's what our bodies are made of, and we need them. And whenever you eliminate one out your system, your body will suffer and you won't feel good, pretty much. So yes, ultimately carbs, if there's no longer carbs available, fat starts to take over, and you can always tell that because we use carbohydrates when we have to do something like aerobics, something strenuous. Carbs are the first things to get used up, and then eventually, maybe 30 minutes later, fats will be used. However, you want to make sure that if you are depleted from carbs, like for a workout, you want to make sure when you get back home that you eat some carbs, because your body needs that. And like I said, those are nutrients you need, and if you're lost from one of them, if you don't have one in your system, your body will suffer, and ultimately you won't feel good. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, you can email me or you can write them under my videos. Under comments, I do look through them and I'll put them in a video one day. Like I said, I don't get back to them really fast, but I will eventually answer your questions. So if you have any questions, email me. And like I said, I'm going to be coming out with some more workout videos, and I'm going to be coming out with some more what I ate videos. And I really do like that show, the Jamie Oliver Food Revolution on ABC's on Fridays. You gotta watch that show. It's different, and he kind of reminds me of me because he's really honest.